Hi, and welcome to the farm. Today we're going to be working on the chicken coop. We got to fix a little problem with the nesting boxes. Hens are being really dirty with their eggs, so let me show you what's going on. So the chickens are wanting to roost on top of their nest boxes, and inside the nest. They get in there, they scratch the bedding out. There's nothing really I can do about that. When the poop goes in there, it makes a mess for everything. So we're going to stop them from doing that somehow. So finish off that latte and let's get to work. Hey, I just had some of those eggs a few minutes ago. Good work. All right, so first order of business is to get the chickens out of here and block them off so they won't come back in. That was the easy part. This chicken door here is supposed to have a guillotine door on it, and I never built the actual component of the door. Collected eggs just a few minutes ago, and they've been nice enough to lay a few more for me. That one. Fake egg. All right, guys, very important. Mask. I know I look like I'm straight off the set of Planet of the Apes, but that's fine. It's almost as if there'd been a global pandemic or something, because there's this glut on the market of really good masks now. They're cheap. Get you some. Mine's got the little respirator thing in the end to let the hot air out. Imagine that, me blowing hot air. But you don't have to have that. Just a standard KN95. Anything. Keep this from getting in your lungs. Little garden hand tools, probably about the best thing for this. Not a whole lot of room in this coop to wield a full-size pitchfork, rake, or shovel. So these will be great. I've got to get this board off the top, this piece of plywood. I don't remember how I fastened it. And it's got, inches of chicken poop on top. So we've got to get that off of there. I'd hoped I'd use screws here, but it looks like I used 1/4-inch crown staples and stapled straight through the this top board into my divider board. Yeah, smell of ammonia is strong here. So I'm going to go and open up what's left of my windows. Not much left of them. A few panes of glass I can move up out of the way. But some of this died down in here. And I'll come back with a hammer and knock this up. Alright, I got a couple of my heavier hammers. A good framing hammer and a shop hammer. So let's see if we can't knock this up. Now, previously, I had put that piece of plywood across the top because the hens were roosting right here. And of course, that meant droppings inside the nest. The board on top did help, but they just roosted on top of that board, which shielded the nest a little bit. But still, I mean, once they scratched their bedding out, it's nothing but poop in there. So I think what I'll do is I'll take all of these out. They're just held in by screws. They all screw in from this way into a little wooden cleat that is screwed into the bottom of the nest box. And then I believe there's one screw, maybe two screws. It looks like one straight in from the front. So I think I'll take these dividers out and I'll come in just above this front panel and make a diagonal up. And that way they can't roost on that. And then I'll put a roosting ladder on this side. If they still roost here, the only thing I can do is kind of cut this into a V and put a step below for them to hop up on and then get into the nest. I can do that. I just don't want to. So we'll do this first step. Still doesn't work, well then I'll take more drastic measures. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bucket for that. Bearing. That was my previous fake egg. And I had 5 of these, I think it was 5. There's one left, which means to tell me some snakes are slithering around with several of these inside of them. All right, that is one job in the chicken coop done. I just wanted to take that hard lip off right there with a 45, so when they're roosting on it, they're not roosting right on something like that. That's not going to be comfortable at all. Sometimes when you're farming part-time, sometimes you're out in the middle of the night getting things done. My dad called a few hours ago. We lost a calf during calving, and the mama cow was down. I had to go give a second opinion on whether or not to call the vet. We were able to get her up on her own, so I think she's going to recover. We did lose the calf. Now I've got to see if I can get my chickens over here. I have not mucked it out, as you can see. I have not put in any pine needles in their nesting boxes. I guess I'll open it up and let them in. I don't know if they'll even come off the roost over in the kind of my brooder side. I've had a change of plan. The original plan was to put pine needles in the nesting boxes and to use the wood shavings for my litter. But I've ran out of time, and with the cost of this stuff going up, what I've decided to do instead is to use the shavings for the nest boxes, and I'll go back to my original plan of using leaves because I'm surrounded by hardwoods. I'll muck all this out and replace all this with leaves, which is what's actually in here under all the crap. Hi, it's been a few days, and I need to get this project wrapped up. So let's go over what's been a success and what's been a failure. Success-wise, the ladder roost. Great success. The chickens don't use this rung except to get up the top rung, so I've not shaved it down. That's going on to the next project, along with a full length bottom rung of the ladder. Those two are going to move to the next project. Other successes, the nest boxes. Nest boxes have been a great success. They're not roosting on it anymore. Eggs are much, much, much cleaner. I've got one hen. She wants to sit in this box. She's not roosting on it. She's sitting on it. She's broody. I come in every night, pick her up, I move her over to the roost. She immediately jumps down, but she can't see well enough to get back up on it. So with that one exception, this has been a great success. If you'd like more chicken related content, I'll put a link right here. And if you'd like more general farm related content, try right there. Until next time, thanks for joining me on the farm.